Hi, boys and girls. In celebration of Dot Day this week, we are going to paint, but we're only painting a small portion of a dot. You can choose between these two pieces of paper, then add more lines if you'd like. You'll write your name with this fancy little name window. Notice how I'm putting it up in the corner of my paper. I'm writing my name pretty small, and then I return my name window and my pencil before I do anything messy. But you can add other lines if you'd like, so I'm getting my pencil back out and I'm drawing one more line that follows the curve of my circle. Then I tuck my pencil safely away and open up my paints. You will have to wake up your paints with some water. I'll deliver you some water into your little yogurt cup. You'll choose a paintbrush and paint the entire paper. But first, watch this. I'm waking up my paints. I am dabbing a little bit of water into each of the color palettes, and I'm getting those paints ready for bold and rich color to go on my paper. Even the paints that look like they're almost out will be very vibrant if you just wake them up with a little water. When I use my paintbrush, I'm just grabbing one color at a time, so I'm not mixing my paints, and then I'm painting very carefully in the different sections of my curve. I'll speed things along here for us so we don't have to wait. Next, I'm going to actually add some lines, shapes, and patterns to my curves to give it a little pizzazz. Do you notice when I swish my brush around, I wipe it gently on the edge of my cup? I don't tap. Tapping leads to spills and speckles flying everywhere. For small details like this, I suggest very little water and taking your time. The goal here is to cover most of the white space. You don't have to get it all painted, but I encourage you to fill in as much as possible, especially the space near your name outside of the circle. This next part, boys and girls, is very important. To clean our brushes today, we are not using water from the faucet. We're swishing out our brush in our water cups, squeezing out any extra paint, closing our paint trays, and with two hands walking our dirty water and dumping it at the sink. Then you will return your brush and your paints, and you will gently slide your painting to the middle of your messing mat and walk it so carefully over to the drying rack. You're done. Some of you might want to draw some of your patterns or shapes before you paint. This is a smart idea if you like planning ahead, or if you have a special idea that you'd like to record on paper right away. Mrs. Schmudlock, you forgot to put your pencil away. If you have a plan like this with lots of shapes, I'm encouraging you to use very little water. The more water you use, unfortunately, the more your colors will blend together on the paper, which probably isn't what you want. So take your time and just use a little bit of water at a time with each shape and each color. And don't forget, I speed up my videos. This is not how fast I was painting. If you look closely on my project, you'll see where I use too much water. The colors are blending together. Ugh, that is such a bummer when that happens, and there's not a whole lot we can do about it. Take your time and do your very best work. I can't wait to see what these all look like together.